trigger warning, IVF. I have about 8 minutes to do my makeup before I have a team call, and I'm going to just do a really quick makeup because as soon as the team call ends, I have to bike into the city and go do some acupuncture. I am going through some fertility treatments in the next couple of weeks and months, and so I am using acupuncture to hopefully get my egg retrieval up, get my egg count, my egg quality up, because the past 2 egg retrievals that I did sadly didn't result in any usable embryos, which was unfortunate, but it is all part of this process. Anyway, that was my priming method of putting on a Hyper Shine highlight from KJH brand as a first makeup item, so that then when I put my concealer on, I sort of just have this little, you know, dewy, super glowy base that isn't gonna sort of disturb the rest of my makeup, because it's almost like a, what's the word? It's like a puddingy texture, and I just applied it with a brush, but you can scoop some out and apply it with your fingers if you want to, however you like. It comes sold separately like this in a jar with this beautiful cap, but you can buy a separate brush, which is this one, and you can buy a separate serum, but it was launched as a kit. You might already know this. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Concealer in number 4. It is the most amazing concealer. It really packs a punch. I'm blending it in with a bigger brush than what Danessa sells with this, because I just want like a quicker blend. The smaller brush, if you are being really precise about your placement, will give you a blend appropriate for that placement. I want my placement to be bigger, so I'm using a bigger brush because the bristles will grab all of that product and blend it into a bigger space. Does that make any sense? Say yes or no. This is my next product at KJH brand, which is a very interesting textured blush and lip stick. And I can't wait for people to try it, because I don't think that it's a texture that has really been commonly launched from a brand perspective. As a makeup artist and as a product developer for my brand, I want to create products that make you think, that make you innovate the way that you do your makeup for yourself, because I find that people aren't really stretching product to the sort of maximum of its ability and really pushing it to its sort of lengths. Anything cream can be used multiple ways. Sometimes give or take, you know, eye usage. If something has red pigment in it, typically it's not eye safe because of red pigments being around the eyes or whatever. But, you know, if something is cream and lipstick formula or a cream blush formula, 90% of the time you can also use that on your lips or cheeks. This is a lip liner from Rimmel London called Cappuccino. It is quite similar to good old Endless Cacao, but it's warmer. So if Endless Cacao is a bit too grey, Cappuccino from Rimmel might be the way for you. And I'm not being neat or sort of precise about this, because I'm doing like a smudgy, defined in tone but not defined in shape kind of lip. So I'm defining it in like shadow versus shape, kind of both. But does that make any sense what I mean? Sometimes I don't know whether the things I say kind of click into your head and make you go, oh. So that's why I like commentary in my comments, so that I know if it's helping you. People will people will say I abuse blush. But what I think is, if you love blush, wear the fucking blush. This is Ilia in Banquette. I need to find a sharpener big enough because it is dull AF. I just got my period and I am hot AF. I'm like literally, my basal body temperature, or whatever you want to call it, is up there. All right, I'm putting a little bit of Hyper Shine highlight on my eye. Did you get all the way to work? Tarek is forgetting things a lot lately. He just took my house keys, which have my bike keys on it, which would have stopped me from going to the city today. So he turned around and brought them back. He's a nice boy. So this is a cream and therefore can crease. So I'm keeping it very, very, very thin. It won't crease on my cheeks because my cheeks are a round, flat area, but it could crease in my crease of my eyelid, and it could crease if you put it here, but you're not gonna really put it here. So, you know, my method is just to keep it really thin in creases, areas prone to creasing. I'm gonna use a little bit of Huda Beauty's One Coat Wonder mascara. I haven't used this since I left because I only traveled with one mascara, and it was the Rituel de Fille. And I remember from when I tried this the first time, I thought it was pretty epic, so giving it another go. Also, I met Huda in person the other week, and she is just so sweet and lovely, and I want to be her best friend. She's just wonderful. Anyway, it's 2 minutes before my call, and I'm just going to powder my face. I unfortunately cannot show you what powder this is because it's not out yet and it is not my brand, so therefore I can't tease because it's not at my I'm not you know, what's the word, it's not my place to tease, but it is an amazing powder and it is from one of my favorite brands ever, and it comes in like 3 or 4 color corrective shades. I mean, actually I'm just going to pop a little bit through the lid where I don't want any creasing to happen. And I'm leaving my brows naked and skinny because I don't really have the energy for them today. Okay, bye.